We're in the small town of Los Barriles in Baja California Sur, about an hour's drive from Cabo San Lucas. Tonight for dinner, we're having the finest quality fresh fish from the Sea of Cortez that just this morning we harvested during a spearfishing adventure with our guide, Mark Doherty of East Cape Guides.
Grilled pompanito, so they just lay it out on the grill and cook it up, so pretty good. I think you'll like it. One of the things that we try to do is not just randomly go out and just spear fish, is really try to target the best eating fish. So this is what you're seeing right now, is a great selection of table fare fish.
One thing about spearfishing is that you don't want to be out early in the morning because you need the sun higher in the sky for light. So about 10 that morning, we headed south from the Hotel Palmas de Cortez to a protected bay with good rock structure that should hold several varieties of excellent eating fish and give us incredibly clear water.
We've come in here to a little bay right in front of Punta Colorada. We're dealing with a little bit of wind today, so we wanted to kind of tuck in, have some calmer water. Water looks nice and clear right now, so we're going to start up a chum line and see if we can bring some fish up off the reef and get in the water and see what the day offers. So there's three types of spears that we work with. When I have clients that are actually coming in and they're new to spear fishing, we start them off with a pole spear. Very simple hunting device. We actually have three types of different shooting heads. We have a paralyzer tip here that actually you'll spread out in the fish, but this is usually for smaller fish. Then we actually go up to a flopper here, which actually will go through the fish, and then you have the flopper open up on the opposite side of the fish. So these are for your medium-sized fish. And then for our larger pelagics, larger grouper, snapper, we actually have a slip tip here. We'll actually engage the fish, come through, and now the fish can actually swim free from the actual pole spear itself. So you actually can manage the fish a little bit better when you're hunting. After clients have graduated up from pole spears and they feel a little bit more comfortable in the water, they build on their knowledge, they build on their confidence, we'll actually move them up to a spear gun. And for most reef situations, we're using a 90 centimeter spear gun. It's actually very versatile, easy to swing in the water when you're on the reef. You can run under ledges, look for grouper and pargo, and it's much more manageable in a reef situation. When we move to a blue water situation, we move up to a 110 to a 130 size spear gun with a reel. This is to allow the fish to run. If we have a big dorado or big wahoo that we've shot, we want to let that fish run, and then we can go chase them down. Okay, just a few words of safety. Really important. Never load or possess a loaded gun out of the water. Always load your gun in the water. It's also very, very important to dive with a buddy. It might save your life, so it's a must to dive with a buddy. One thing, when you're in the water and you're loading your gun, always point the tip out of the way of your buddy. So really important, and always dive within your capabilities. So never push your breath too long, never dive too deep, outside your range. Always try to stay within the safety of what you're capable of doing.
In a shallow area like this bay, the idea is to slowly snorkel around the rocks looking for particular species that are the best eating, like pargo, larger triggerfish, African pompano, burrito fish, and Mexican lookdowns. Obviously, having the basic knowledge to identify the species is important. Spearfishing not only allows for precise selective harvest, but also makes a great excuse to enjoy snorkeling in the incredibly beautiful waters of the East Cape of Baja. After a few hours of hunting fish on the reef, you will understand why the close-by Cabo Pulmo National Park is one of the world's premier scuba diving destinations.
This is a Mexican look down. There's a big school of them right inside. So this one just happened to fall victim to the spear. So this is very, very good eating.
And that's exactly what we had for dinner that night, along with triggerfish ceviche, grilled pompano, and sauteed burrito fish, which honestly was one of the best fish dinners I've ever experienced. Mark Doherty guides all types of fishing on the East Cape, including spearfishing, so don't hesitate to contact him today.